Christmas Day started the same way every holiday did in the Van Orr household. Just another day. Nothing special about it at all. It was true even before my mother died. I knocked on the door of my father's study around noon, hoping we could at least have lunch together. The house echoed with emptiness. Too quiet. "Enter," he barked. I eased the door open just as he took a sip from a glass of wine. Before I could say anything, he looked up from his papers with that expression I knew too well, the one that said I was annoying him. "Sit down," he said, gesturing to the chair across from his desk. I sat, hands clasped in my lap. At 27 years old, I still reverted to that posture around him, always waiting for approval that never came.
"What you did with the private reserve wine?"
He set down his glass with deliberate care.
"Do you have any idea how that made me look?"
My throat tightened. I'd known this conversation was coming. Had been dreading it since that night in the cellar when I'd stood before him, Snapper, Saffron, and Kick, and admitted the truth. I gave them the information. I helped them recreate the wine.
"After threatening to destroy it first,"
he said matter-of-factly, the same way he would handle a business negotiation when someone had disappointed him.
"You stood in my wine cellar and made a spectacle of yourself. Again."
His emphasis on again might as well have been a slap in the face. He leaned forward, his eyes hard.
"You threatened to destroy the Hope's last chance to save their home, their legacy."
But I didn't, I said quietly. I gave them what they needed.
"Only after you were caught."
He turned his chair and looked out the window.
"Only after you realized how much worse you'd look if you followed through. Don't pretend this was nobility, Isabel. It was damage control."
The word stung, because if I hadn't overheard the story my father told about his grandmother doing the same thing, stopping the wine from being made, and the regret she lived with all her life because of it, I couldn't say I would have come forward.
I got up on Christmas morning and tried calling Isabel. 6 rings, then voicemail. I didn't leave a message. What could I say that I hadn't already? It had been 3 weeks. 3 weeks of unanswered texts and calls. 3 weeks of silence so complete, I started to wonder if I'd imagined the whole thing. The year of unexpected connection. The night in October. All of it. Then last night, Christmas Eve, she'd answered. And after I told her how sorry I was, she said she forgave me in a way that suggested no forgiveness at all. I understand. We can move past this. She sounded cold, like she'd given in and told me what I wanted to hear, but meant none of it. I stared at her name on my screen. I could press call again, listen to it ring until voicemail picked up, repeat the cycle I'd been stuck in for days. Instead, I tossed the phone on the passenger seat and started my truck. I almost didn't go to my mother's house for our annual family dinner. After what I'd done, betraying Snapper's trust not once but twice, and telling Isabel about the auction arrangement that had caused all the chaos, I wasn't sure I'd be welcome. Part of me wondered if they were all hoping I wouldn't show. But the thought of sitting alone in my house while they gathered without me was unbearable.